Hello, everybody. Hello. Um, Welcome back to Open Door Hypnosis TV, and welcome to Hypnosis is Key to everybody on the Facebook group. Hello, YouTube. I am Shara Prophet, the Mind Magic Coach, and today we are talking about why you're only manifesting at a certain level in your life. I hear this from a lot of people who they say, well, I can manifest to a certain degree, and then the stuff that the bigger stuff just isn't coming through. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. First of all, this path, this life, this journey that we're on is more to it than manifesting things or situations or experiences and money. Okay, it's more to it than just that. If you are able to open yourself up to the idea that this path is for your own self discovery, is to help you break through fears, break through blockages, break through things that have been holding you back, overcome traumas, okay? Heal traumas, heal wounds. If you are open to that idea, then the manifestations that come through are just cherries on top, okay? Most people get on this path because they are trying to manifest something, whether it's a relationship, a job, more money, success in their business. They're usually trying to manifest something, an experience in the physical realm, okay? So that's how most people get on this path. But a lot of people get to a certain level of their manifestation because all they're in it for is manifestation. Okay. That's not a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you get to that threshold where you're not able to manifest more than what you need, okay, or more than what you desire in that moment, you get to that certain threshold. That's the universe, God, your higher self, whatever you want to call it. It is that thing that is calling you to do more, to go deeper. And usually that, our human desire to have things on this planet in this physical realm is what pushes us to remember who we are and why we're here. If you think about the word remember, you break it up, right? Member. When we are coming into these physical bodies, when we come into this earthly realm, we forget who we are. We forget our mission on the planet. We forget why we agreed to come here in the first place, right? But our desire for more is what pushes us to step into the remembrance of who we are and why we're here. And that is what we call a spiritual journey or a spiritual path, okay? So today we're going to touch on some of the reasons why you're only able to manifest at a certain level, okay? And the main reason for that is because there's some other things that need to take place. There are some blockages there. There are some, sorry, pull that up a little bit. Oops. There we go. There's some blockages there. There's some unconscious programs that are running underneath the surface that are keeping you from getting to the next level. Because there's levels to this. All right. There's levels to this. It's the same way if you were playing a video game. Okay. You don't just get to the last level. You don't win the first world. You don't conquer that first world and then you're all the way at the end, there's many, many levels, okay? You get stronger, you get more lives, okay? You get more power as you move through these levels, but you wouldn't be able to acquire that power and that strength and those many, many lives if you didn't go through the obstacle course, okay? If you didn't test your endurance, if you didn't figure out, where your weaknesses lie, if you didn't pay attention to what your strengths are, okay? You can learn a lot from a video game. At least the ones I used to play. I don't know about the new ones now, but you can learn a lot from that, okay? Some of us want to make more money. That's most people's issue. That's why most people are looking into magic and they're looking into hypnosis and they're looking into, other things and listening to Abraham Hicks and getting into meditation, because most of the time, the lack of money is what pushes you into that remembrance, that first level of remembering. Okay. So after you get through that first level of remembering, right? There's some other things that start to come up because the universe is like, whether you want to call it the universe, you want to call it whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to call it the universe for right now because that's a universal term that everybody understands, okay? And most people won't get offended by me using the term universe. So the universe is saying, okay, you got that down. Now here's the next level of what you need to break through. So part of the reason why you're not able to get to that next level is because there are some traumas and some wounds from the past that you're not healing. You're not being 100% honest with yourself about what needs to be cleared out for real, for real, for real. And that's really what it is. You're not checking in with your body. Your body is the number one indicator. Okay, the body, it will tell you where your blockages are. Okay, the body will tell you what needs to be released, what needs to be healed, what needs to be let go of. The body will tell you that. I'm going to use myself as an example. Okay, has been blockages because I want to take my business to the next level. Okay. It's happening, but I know that there's things that still need to be moved out of the way. For example, in my belly region, in my solar plexus, okay, there is some bloating happening there. Now, I can diet, I can do all kinds of stuff. I can go off of eating meat and my stomach will go down a little bit. But the moment I eat something, it bloats. Now, yes, that could be a dietary thing. It could be a digestive thing. But because I have taken the time out to sit with myself and to ask the question, what are you trying to tell me? What needs to be released? What needs to be cleared out? I know that there's something happening in the solar plexus area. Now, what do you hold down in the solar plexus? Okay. The energy that gets stored down there is frustration, guilt, shame. Okay. Those are the types of things that get stuck back there, that get stuck in the gut. The lower back, which is connected to the gut, to the solar plexus, is usually around finances, frustration around finances, worry around finances. Okay. The solar plexus also represents action, moving forward. Okay. Working. All right. Pulling in the things that you need in order to meet your desired goals. If there are blockages in there, usually those blockages are attached to some form of guilt, some form of shame, some form of frustration or unforgiveness. Okay. Unforgiveness is a huge, huge block to financial freedom. Huge block. Unforgiveness is also the cause of debt. All right. So I know that there are certain things that I need to do, and I already know exactly what it is that I need to do to clear that part, that energy out of my gut. I already know exactly what I need to do because I have sat with myself. I have meditated around this, and I have met with my, what I like to call unseen team. Okay, that's my spirit team. I call them the unseen team. I've met with my spirit team, my board of directors, okay? And I have downloaded the information about what it is that needs to take place in my body. I listened to my body, okay? I tapped into that energy and I asked the question and I got the answers that I needed because I understand that there, in order for me to step into the next phase of what I want my business to look like, the next phase of my financial life, okay, there's certain things that I got to break through. Now, I'm great. I could stay like this and be like this for the rest of my life and be okay. You know what I'm saying? However, there's more desire there. Where there's more desire, more healing is required. Okay. This is why they tell you to be complacent, don't want too much, just only stay where you at. Don't have too many desires, don't have too many wants and things like that, because the level of your wantingness is connected to the level at which you're going to heal yourself and the level at which you're going to start waking your mind up and expanding. So if you stay right where you are and you don't want more, right? Then there's no reason for you to wake up more. There's no reason for you to heal because you are okay with where you are. This is what the teaching has been through religion, okay, and through society. Society basically gives you conflicting information. Okay, first they tell you that you got to make a certain amount of money and you got to live at a certain lifestyle to be accepted, right? And then they tell you that you should just be grateful for what you have and just stay right where you are. Okay, so it's conflicting. That in itself creates discord and energy blockages in the body and in the mind. So you have to understand why certain things are in place in society, in the system where we live, and the systems, how the systems have been built. They've been built to confuse you, okay, on purpose. So this is the other reason why you have to move past and through that small thinking and playing small, because I did a video about how playing small gets in your way a few weeks ago, okay? If you play small, then you're never going to need to break through anything. You're never going to need to break through your old programming. You're never going to need to heal your body. You're never going to need to clear your energy and ground and learn how to do all of this stuff that helps you to ascend and rise higher. You'll never need to do that if you play small and if you remain small. But we have seen in our families, in ourselves, and in the world around us, we have seen what playing small does to people. It makes them sick, depressed, and not very smart, right? Okay. But when you start to be honest with yourself and truthful with what you really, really, really want, those inner conflicts start making you uncomfortable. That discomfort causes you to want to find a different way to be because what you've been doing has not been working for you. So it pushes you to do more and to find out more. And once you send that signal to the universe your higher self, whatever you want to call it, once you send that signal, like, wait a minute, something's off. What is this? What's going on with me? What do I need to do? That's when the information is revealed to you about how you need to move forward and the next steps you need to take. That's why certain books will just pop up. That's why certain teachers just pop up in your life. You run across a video and all of a sudden you're like, damn, this person is really saying some things that I need to hear right now. Okay. This is you, your higher self, your oversoul, calling into your existence, into your life, the things that you need to meet your desire, okay, to help you get to that higher goal, that higher way of being, okay? So Ness, hi Ness, says, this subject has been on my mind lately, ready for this, been doing this, but with so much happening that should be settled so I can concentrate mainly on manifesting what I want. Diet has been off. Yes. So this is the, and diet is a big thing come up for me. So I am not doing heavy meat right now. Meat, this is another thing I would recommend for you guys is to learn your blood type. The blood type, eating right for your blood type thing is controversial. Some people think that it's a quack. I have found great results from it. But if you learn your blood type and you understand the foods that your body responds well to, okay, every diets are not created equally. So every person's diet and what they require for their body is different. So you need to figure out what your body type is, what your blood type is. Also, doing ancestral work and ancestral healing will help you figure out what your diet should be like. Okay. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Ty. That will help you figure out what your diet should be. Okay. If you start tapping into your ancestors, and if you can even get a DNA test to show you what your lineage is, you can start researching what your tribe's diet was. Okay. And tap into that source and let your spirit guide you as to which way you need to take your diet, because diet is huge. Now, everybody not supposed to be vegan. I should be vegan. I should be because I'm blood type A, and my body turns red meat into fat. I shouldn't be eating gluten. I shouldn't be doing a lot of sugar. I definitely shouldn't be doing red meat. I should have chicken and fish occasionally, poultry and fish occasionally. Okay. But I'll tell you this, I have been working with my unseen team, and what was revealed to me just a few days ago is to cut out the meat, including chicken, okay, to eat white fish and shellfish because I need the fiber. I need the fiber to help break down some stuff that's happening in the gut right now. All right. Also, I need to contact a person that I have worked with in the past to help me move through some stuff in the gut to help clear that out. And I also need to, that's TMI, but I need to clear my gut out pretty much. Okay. But there's some things, oh, good. Nessa, she just ordered a blood kit today. Eldon blood kit. Okay. Okay. So for DNA or just to learn your blood type. So those are some things that'll help you. Because see, people will tell you, you need to go vegan. You need to be raw. You need to do this. You need to go, what's the other hot one that's on the market right now? Keto, the keto diet, blood type. Okay. Yeah. The keto thing. Okay. So whatever fits you is fine. But I would say figure out what's divinely right for you. Okay. What's really, really, really for you to do. Because everybody doesn't have the same thing. We're all mixed up. We got all kinds of blood running through us, right? But for me, I tapped in intuitively and I tap in intuitively to find out what I need to do for me. Okay. Now I do love all meat. My family is from the South. I was raised with a very eclectic culinary palate. So I eat all kinds of stuff. I eat I shouldn't say this, but I eat frog. I eat snails. I eat all kinds of stuff. Okay. Thank you, Ness. Well, feel free to share the videos. Invite people to join the group, to get on this channel, okay? That's right. You got to keep that colon cleansed. That's right, Barbara. I got to. So, so I eat a lot of different kinds of food. But when I started tapping in intuitively, because I would get these real bad sinus infections, and I was like, what the heck is going on? I had to give up gluten and dairy. I had to give that up. Now I have found a workaround for that. But when I want to, like when I'm traveling to Europe and I'm going to have my pizza and my pasta, right? I love Europe. I do Europe a lot. I'm going in October. So there's certain things that I know that I can do to offset the effects that I have. It happens. It's like a phlegm thing, mucus. Okay. Mucus is, if you listen to anything that Dr. Sebi says, mucus is the number one killer and the cause of many diseases. Okay. Inflammation as well. So mucus and inflammation go hand in hand. All right. When I gain weight, I know that I'm inflamed. I know that there is a lot of mucus being produced in my body. So I have to step away from gluten, processed food, and heavy meat, red meat, pork, beef, stuff like that. Rabbit, all shit I love. I got to step away from it. Okay. And I have to go plant-based. All right. And I have no problem with doing it because I can cook and I know how to find good food. I have no problem with doing it. But I'm saying all of this to say, not to turn this into a diet nutrition thing, because I'm not a nutritionist and I'm not a dietitian. I do work with people with that in hypnosis, and helping them tap into their true divine diet and to help them get more connected with their body and what the needs, and help them meet the needs of the body. Okay. But I'm saying all this to say is that when you start to truly tap into what works for you, okay, then you're able to clear out any confusion, any cloudiness, and you're able to really, really hear and receive and the transmissions and the messages that are coming in. Okay. It does clear you out to get that full transmission. Okay. So far not having a day diet. Yeah. I mean, yeah, look into wheat. Because if you constantly have a lot of nose issues or your throat is sore, I hear people who have a stuffy nose, and immediately I'm like, you probably eat a lot of wheat and eat dairy. And usually they do, and I'll tell them, just cut it out of your diet for a couple of weeks and see if you notice a change. If you notice a change, then start doing your research to find replacements for it. Okay. But the more you tap into what your true self is, your true divine self needs, the more things will be revealed to you. Okay. Ideas, $1 million ideas get revealed to you. Okay. Now, some people have $1 million ideas revealed to them, and the first thing that hops in their head is fear. How the hell am I going to do this? And they throw that idea back and they say, I ain't doing that. I don't know how that's going to happen. And they just keep on that wheel, that gerbil wheel. Okay. When a million idea comes in, the first thing you want to say is, I claim that, I'm going to take that and I'm going to figure out how to do it. Because let me tell you something, it's not just your idea. We have a collective consciousness. We live in a really, really big universe. Okay. So if you don't catch it, somebody else is going to catch it. So when you get $1 million idea that pops in from out of nowhere, say, I take it. I claim that. I got it. And I'm going to do the research, and I'm going to take the first step in finding out how to do that. Even if you just sit down and Google search real quick, that gives somebody's out here doing something. Sorry. But anyway, that gives the universe the signal. Okay. She got that. she's going to do the work and figure out how to make this pop and how to make it happen. Doesn't mean that somebody else won't do it either, but don't not jump on it. I had an idea for something and somebody else is doing it right now because I didn't jump on it. I did not do the research for it. I didn't start buying the products and stuff like that. The first thing that popped in my mind was, I don't even know how I'm going to do that because I need money to buy the stuff to start making this, and I'm already investing my money over here. I don't have enough. That's how I blocked myself. Okay. So I'm telling you guys this stuff because this is all about how you're only manifesting at a certain level, right? So let's just kind of recap. First things first, figure out where your blocks are. If you have blocks, if you feel like you got blocks, where are they? Where are they coming from? What are these blocks? Okay. Is it showing up in your body? Pay attention to your body. Is your body trying to tell you something? Okay. If your body is trying to tell you something, then the next thing you need to ask yourself is, how do I clear this out? Okay. When $1 million ideas pop into your head, don't say, oh God, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I got that. I'm gonna do some research and I'm gonna figure it out. And team, you are going to help me get this done. Claim it and say, you're gonna help me get this done. Another thing, when you agree to step into your purpose, like for real, I'm gonna tell y'all, okay, I'm gonna give y'all an example. When I agreed to get into this work, okay, I was in the music industry for like 7 years. I was working in music publishing. I used to sing in a rock band. I was doing a lot of stuff in the music industry, right? I was gradually moving over to like wellness and health and all that type of stuff. And I was in the food industry for a while. And I was working with an organization and it was time for me to quit. I was also in business school. It was time for me to quit that job and it was time for me to drop out of school. These things defined who I was, okay? So for me to have to walk away from that, and I mean, it was clear. One day, the voice woke me up out of my sleep and it said, you need to call them today and quit your job now. I said, it was like May, and I said I was going to do it in October. I was going to quit the job in October, okay? But the voice very clearly said, wake up and call today and put in your 2-week notice. And you need to withdraw from school. What? What? So I had no choice. I had to make that call and say, I'm putting in my 2-week notice. I went ahead and withdrew from school. And I was like, what the hell is going on? What am I doing, y'all? What am I doing? But the idea came to me and it said, okay, if I say yes to this, I'm saying yes to this with some conditions. You can set conditions. Do not be afraid to talk to your spirit team and make deals with them. Don't be afraid to do that. People are afraid to say, I'll do this, but you're going to have to do this. Okay. People are afraid to do that. Do not be afraid to say, I need to set some parameters. So what I said was this: I will say yes to this and I will step into this life and into this purpose. But this is what needs to happen. 1, all my needs need to be met. Rent, food, bills, car, and I need to still travel every now and again. Okay. And look cute and enjoy myself every now and again, because I ain't not going to do this and be living like a pauper. Okay. Now, I don't mind cutting back on some things, but these are essential. These are going to keep me sane. These are going to keep me freed up here so that I can focus on building the business that I need to build, building the empire that I need to build. And I can focus on being available and fully present to help other people. Okay. Haven't had a problem with my bills since. And I have not worked a 9 to 5. I don't know. I don't even know how long. What is this, 2019? I don't think I've had a 9 to 5 going on 10 years now. And I still travel. I drive what I think is a nice car. I live alone. My bills are paid. I eat very, very, very well. Okay. I take great care of myself. I go to the spa. All right. I go on vacations because I made that deal. That was an agreement. Yeah, I'll hit cleaning up. That was an agreement that I made with my spirit team, with my unseen team, that if I do this, y'all gonna have to step up and make sure all of my basics are covered, okay? So that I can just receive the information and receive the downloads and the transmissions to build what it is you want me to build, okay? And that's not to say that at times things didn't get hard. No, it was not. It's not an easy road. No, it is not. Things did sometimes. You're like, damn, what the hell? What's going on? But I always had what I needed. I never went without. Never lost nothing. Okay. Some things may not have always come right when I needed it or right when I thought I needed it, but it happened right in the nick of time. Okay. I'm so sorry about this out here, y'all. This is why I usually wait until nighttime to make these videos, because during the day, life is happening. So I hope y'all can still hear me. What the hell is he doing? Like, never mind. Anyway. Focus. So, you can make agreements with your spirit team, okay? Because a lot of people get thrown off their course when they're manifesting something, when they're wanting something to happen, and it's taking a little bit longer than they anticipated it to take, okay? Or things are not happening quite the way they think it should happen. And they're like, I can't do this. I got to go do this. I gotta go over here and make some moves. They get scared. Okay. Reverend Ike prospers consciousness. Yes, I love Reverend Ike. I like Reverend Ike. People get scared and they jump out of their dream too fast because they don't have the endurance, right? They don't have the endurance that it takes to stay in the game. All right. 1 second. I'm going to see if I can close my window. This will help. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay, that's a little bit better. All right. I got my lounge pants on down here. Anyway, so a lot of people have dreams and goals and they want to manifest things, but when they're not happening at the rate that they want them to happen at, or it's not quite unfolding the way they think it should unfold, they jump out of their dream too fast. They jump out of that vibration too quickly. Okay. Hey, Lisa. They jump out of the vibration way too quickly. And what happens is it's like, okay, this is what it's like. It's like you're going up in this elevator, right? You're going up because you're so excited about this new thing that you're doing. And you're like, oh my God, this is so great. I can't believe that I get a chance to do what I love to do. Yada, 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 yada. Then something happens where it's just like, oh, wait a minute. The money's not coming in the way it used to, or the way it should. Or hold up, wait a minute. That thing didn't work out. That person didn't accept my idea, or it didn't, oh man, they didn't buy into it, or the clients aren't coming. What's going on? You know what? I'm gonna go get a job. I'm gonna just go get a job and I'll do this thing on the side and that'll be that. Okay. Nothing wrong with making sure you are financially secure. However, comma, I guarantee you, if you are looking to start a business, go in a whole nother direction with your life, career wise or whatever, usually it's around finances. Finances is usually what scares the you know what out of people. Okay. That's usually what scares people to death, or the fear of losing something that's going to take you out of your comfort zone. So whether it's money or a relationship, okay, a job, a situation that's comfortable for you, anything that's going to shake you out of your comfort zone, it scares most people, scares all people, to the point where when things don't appear to be working out for you, okay, instead of you tapping in to figure out what's going on here, let me check and see right now, is this happening because of me? Where's my energy? Is okay. Well, what's my thinking pattern around this right now? What is my thought form around this right now? Do I have any doubts, any fears about this? Where are the doubts and fears coming from? Okay. When was the last time I felt any doubt and fear when something like this was getting to transpire? Okay. When was the first time that ever happened? What was the event that took place around that? You got to do that kind of work. And that requires you to sit down with a pen and a pad and map some stuff out. That's what that requires. It requires that type of attention and awareness and time. You got to take time to do this stuff. It's more than just meditating for 10 minutes a day. It's more than just listening to Abraham Hicks. It's more than just saying affirmations over and over and over again. That's great. That's great. Those things work to a certain level. It gets you to a certain level. Then when you get to that level, you got to start cracking the code. You have to start chipping away at the BS. Chip. This is one of the issues that I have had with, like, kind of like new age, new thought stuff, and I was in new age, new thought pretty heavy. And then I started going deeper into my roots, digging deep into me, working with my ancestors. Once I started working with my ancestors, some things was like, whoa, okay. They were like bringing things to my attention, okay? And I've been doing ancestral work now, probably going on for maybe about 5 years, maybe about 4 or 5 years, yeah. And it was like on and off. I'd be going real strong, and then I kind of fall back off of it, and I'm going real strong. I'm going real strong with the ancestral work right now. And I'm going to tell y'all a quick little story about that in a minute. But when I started working with my ancestors, that is when certain things started being cleared out, because I had to go in and heal my bloodline. Some of the stuff that you're carrying ain't got nothing to do with you. You're carrying things that have been passed down through DNA, through the bloodline, right? Many cultures still honor their ancestors, do ancestral work. Unfortunately, if you were born in America, most people are not doing that, especially if you are raised Christian. We're taught to not even mess with that kind of stuff, right? But if you are of African descent, you definitely need to be working with your ancestors. If your lineage is from, even if you're not of African descent, but if you came from a long line of people who had to like escape from any kind of trauma or war torn or war zone areas, like if your people came from Russia, if your people came from Czechoslovakia, if your people came from, the Middle East and things like that, like if you came from any kind of traumatic background, okay, if your family suffered some type of trauma, all right, if they came over here on a boat, whether by choice or by force, you need to be doing some ancestral healing. You need to be doing that, and you need to learn about that. Okay. There's a woman, she goes by Tasha on Facebook. I highly recommend that you get on her page, because and she has a program, a business called Spirit Knows Best. I highly recommend that you work with her, or you just go and join her group, join her page, because she's all about ancestral work, all about that. Okay. But I'm telling you, that is where a lot of people are coming up against manifestation blockages, because you can only go to a certain depth of it unless you have cleared out those ancestral curses. We call them curses, right? But really what it is energy passed down through the bloodline, through the DNA. And there are studies that show that your DNA can be traced back, or issues in the bloodline, problems, psychological problems, health issues can be traced back as far back as 7 grandmothers away. Okay, so you do the math in your head. Think about that. All right. Why does this look weird like this? Is this dark over here? Okay, it just lightened up. That's weird. So that gives you an idea of all of the stuff that you might be carrying that's not even yours. There's past life stuff that you've carried from other lifetimes into this lifetime. I get clients who are saying, you know what, I have had, this back pain. I've gone to every doctor. I've taken every medication and nothing works. Nothing. I think it might be some past life stuff. Okay. And that is like the last resort for most people. They come in, we tap into a past life, and bam, they figure out what the heck just happened. We clear it out, and guess what? They ain't got no more back pain. But you don't come into these understandings unless you are fully tapped in and tuned into yourself. You don't come into this awareness just by happenstance. You have to tap into it. You got to spend time with yourself. The majority of the population, unfortunately, when we are by ourselves and we're alone, we got the television on. We on social media. And 9 times out of 10, you're not watching or listening to things like this that are helping you raise questions, or helping you say, you know what? Oh my God, I knew this is what was going on with me, or whatever. How much time are you spending on you? And everything doesn't have to be quiet and in meditation. Maybe you're spending your time studying. Maybe you're spending your time reading, Facebook will tell you how much time you spend on Facebook. Do you know that you can find out the amount of time you spend on social media? It'll tell you that. When you look at how much time you spending on it, you'll be like, oh my God, no, I got to put the phone away right now. I can't keep doing this. Unless you're on there studying, or unless you're on there, following people that are going to give you helpful information, healing information. Okay. Surround yourself with people who are doing this. If you got a friend who's always talking about some esoteric stuff, you better link up with them. Okay. You better get up underneath them and hold conversations and ask them questions. Okay. You have to start opening yourself up, because if you're only saying, okay, well, I got this, I listen to Abraham Hicks and I meditate 10 minutes a day. That's all I need, because I've been I got a good job, I got a new car, and I got a new spouse. I'm good. That right there keeps you in a box. There's so much more to it. There's so much more to just manifesting money. Is more to it. Okay. And what you'll find is the more work you put into yourself, healing yourself, okay? Healing these traumas, healing these wounds, understanding the undercurrents and the unconscious programs that are running, okay? The more you tap into that, the more you will find you spend less time having to manifest money. It's just flowing in now because there's no more blockages. Things are clearing away. All right. And things are showing up, being revealed to you a lot faster and more clearly because you're utilizing your time wisely. Okay. Now that doesn't mean like on my altar, I keep a money working going on my altar. Okay. I keep that going because that's energy. That's right. Yes, she does. That's that energy, that constant flow of energy. Okay. So I do that. I always have some sort of candle burning, something going. Every day I meditate, I sit at my altar and I write out that my life is. I write it out in the present tense, in the I am statement. This is what's happening today type of a thing. I do that daily. Okay. Because I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Okay. My family is fine. You know what I mean? I never went without, but we are not super duper rich. We're not. And because I grew up with the programming that I have, money don't grow on trees. You better save every dime you get. Well, we can't do that right now. We got to do this and we got to pay and make sure this is done and make sure that is done. Because I have that programming, like the majority of us do, I have to, on a daily basis, train my mind to ward off those automatic thoughts of lack, okay, and train my mind to think wealthy, to think I have, okay, to think everything that I need comes from within. All right. I did a little quick video the other night on like a quick little money ritual mantra that you can do. And this came through when I was working with one of my team members, right? My unseen team members. And it was money comes from within. Money is my friend. It flows and flows and grows, has no beginning and no end. Let's think about that, first of all. Let's think about that. Money comes from within? How? My money comes from a paycheck. My money comes from this person and that person giving me money. My money comes from my business, from the services that I provide. But it starts from within. I remember when I first really started meditating, one of the first things, watch that one. It's on the page. It's on the Hypnosis Key page, and it's also on YouTube. There is one of the first, like, I guess you can call like a journey that I went on when I started really meditating was entering into a chamber. And the chamber was like right here. The chamber was right in here. And when I would go into this chamber, I would open up this door, and inside of the door was this chamber, this room, right? And inside of this room was all of this gold and all of this jewelry and all of this money and all of this wealth and all of this stuff. Probably not Taka's mess room, because it's very loud in my neighborhood right now. They have air blowers and leaf blowers going on outside and lawnmowers and stuff. So probably not. I might get back on later on and do a little hypnosis. Okay. But what came through in that journey was that your wealth comes from within. You have an inner reserve. Tap into your inner reserve. When you tap into your inner reserve, a signal goes out into the cosmos, the universe, okay, where that energy is latched onto. And that's how you attract what you need. That's how you manifest what you need. So you start from within, okay? That's what that means. Money comes from within, okay? It's inside of us already. When we come into this physical form, I like to think of it like this. When we come into this physical form, right? God, universe, whatever we want to call it, creator, packs a suitcase up for us, right? Packs a suitcase, and it fills this suitcase with everything we need. We got everything we need the moment that we come into this existence. Okay? But we forget that because that's part of the experience. Part of the experience is that we forget, right? But we have to remember. So that goes back to the word remember, right? Okay. I think I tried to get into this earlier and I kind of got sidetracked. So let's come back to it. Hey, Ness. No, the hypnosis does not have to be done in person. I do the majority of my sessions on Zoom video chat and over the phone. If you click on make an appointment, all of the services that I offer and the prices will be there. Okay. So you'll see at the top of the website, it says make an appointment. Click on that and you'll see all of the prices. Cool. Awesome. So when we come into this physical form, we forget all of the stuff that we have, right? So that's part of the journey is to remember. So we dismember, all right, or all of what we knew when we first came into this existence gets fragmented, okay? Throughout our lifetime, traumas cause us to dissociate from ourselves. And though our memories get fragmented, our brain gets fragmented, right? So when we remember, we are putting it back together again. We dismembered and we are remembering. So we're going back and we're retrieving the fragmented parts of ourselves and we're putting them back together again. And every single time you retrieve a part and you put it back in, you're like, oh, something clicks, right? You start to feel more whole. You start to remember who you are. You start to remember what your purpose was. So that's why I'm having a lot of clients come to me now saying, I just feel like I should be doing something else with my life. And I don't know what it is. Something is calling me to do something more because they're remembering the things that they've been going through in their lifetime is causing them to pull these pieces back in together and to reassemble them, to remember. And as they're remembering, they're waking up. And as they're waking up, they're starting to feel this rub of this life that I'm living right now is really not doing it for me. There's something else that's trying to come in right now. Okay. So that's what remembering is. All right. Remember to remember. All right. So when you are going to bed at night, if you want to remember your dreams, you can write a little note to yourself. And this comes from Dr. John Kappas. I will remember to remember my dreams. And why is that important? Because we get a lot of downloads and messages in the dream state. I don't know why this is darkening right now, but in the dream state, we get a lot of messages. Okay. Now, some people don't remember their dreams when they wake up, so they're not catching that transmission. But When you remember to pull those pieces together, as soon as you wake up in the morning, you're like, whoa, what was that? And you jot it down. Or if you're like me, I use my voice recorder on my phone and I just speak the dream. Okay. And then I'll go back later on that day and I'll write down all of the symbols that stood out to me. Okay. I'll write down any significant people that showed up. And remember, most of the time when certain people, oh, what was that? Most of the time when certain people show up in your dream, they're aspects of you. Okay? I have a video on my YouTube channel that talks about love. Yeah, I love Bob Proctor. I did one of his programs last year. It's called Thinking into Results. If anybody is interested in that, let me know. I'll tell you about that. Okay. I did one of his programs last year. After I finished that program, I wrote my Be Magic program. Is a dope program. And I could give you the name of the woman who facilitated that group. Okay. If you're interested, just shoot me a little email. All right. Oh, my cousin is calling me. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Oops. Sorry. Damn, what was I saying? Somebody tell me, what was I saying? Dreams, money, dreams. Okay. So I have a video on YouTube about how to interpret your dreams, because this is the other thing. Don't let somebody else interpret your dreams for you. They're your dreams. They come from your subconscious mind. Okay. So you know what it means. You just have to sit with it. If you absolutely cannot figure it out, then go ahead and say, I don't know what a rabbit with a baby's head got to do with nothing. Because I've had a dream where there was a rabbit with a baby's head on it hopping around. I was like, what is that? I don't know what that is. Okay. If you absolutely can't crack the code, go ahead and look it up. But give yourself a chance first. Trust your intuition, trust that you know what it means. Okay. You're going to just tap into it and spend time with it. All right. But I'm saying all this to say that all of this stuff helps us to remember. Okay. Remembering your dreams. All right. Remember when certain messages just pop in your head. You could be driving and all of a sudden an idea comes. Break out a recorder. Use your voice recorder. I got so many recordings on my phone, it don't make sense. I have to upload them into my Dropbox folder just to create room and space on there. But go ahead and record the idea and come back to it later. Okay? Get in the habit of doing that. Get in the habit of capturing all of your thoughts, your dreams, because there are messages in that. There's $1 million ideas in that, y'all. This is how you crack and you break through that wall, that ceiling of manifestation, because most people can only go to a certain level. And that is the reason why we adore celebrities or rich people. We look at them like, oh, they're special. They ain't special. They're not special. They got the same stuff you got inside of you. They just paid attention. They paid attention. And most of us are so bogged down with the mundane, trying to pay bills and keep your head above water and eat food, get food on your table, that you don't have time to sit with yourself. And you do have more time than you think you do. You have way more time than you think you do. But because your up here is so cluttered and you filled up with doubt, worry, and fear, you don't give yourself the respect. Okay. You don't respect your time enough to say nothing else matters but doing this. That happened to me the other night. I had a list of things that I needed to take care of business wise. Okay. I needed to, and also I'm getting ready to do run another special for packages, for hypnosis packages. Okay. So for those of you who are interested in doing some hypnosis, you might want to wait a couple of days. I'm getting ready to send that out. I'm getting ready to post that on my email list. So if you're not a member of the newsletter, go ahead and join now so that you can get that information. Because I might put it on Facebook. I don't know. I think I might just send it to my email list. Okay. Because last time I did it, I think I got overloaded with a bunch of clients. I'm grateful for it, but I don't know if I want to do it that way again. I don't know yet, but go ahead and get on the email list anyway, just so that you can get the information about the packages, the sale on the packages. Okay. I needed to get all of this stuff together to roll that out, but I have appointments set up with each member of my spirit team, and I had an appointment set for that particular member that night, and it kind of went over. Our meeting went a little bit long, and I stayed in that meeting with my spirit, God, that particular entity, that particular energy. It was like midnight when we got wrapped up, and I was tired, and I didn't get a chance to do my work. But what came in was, you just did a lot of work. You just did more work than you would have done getting that little sale thing together. You did a lot of work just now. Okay. So the work is not always in the physical world. The majority of your work is going to take place in here. Okay. That's where the majority of the real work is going to take place, in here, wherever. It's all the damn same, for real. It really is. Okay. So make time for yourself, respect your time, your alone time, respect it. So this is one thing you can do to make sure you're respecting your time. Now, some of you are very advanced when it comes to meditation and working with angels and your spirit guides and demons and all of that, and your ancestors. Some of you all are very, very advanced in that. But some of you have never done that a day in your life, right? So this is what you can do. For my advanced people, you have a team already. I'm pretty sure you already know who your team members are. You can have what I like to do is, like, twice a month, I meet with my board of directors, with the entire team. I meet with them. Now, for you guys, let me clarify something. I'm not worshiping anything outside of myself. These are all aspects of me. These are all aspects of me, my energy. These are different aspects. Okay. So when I'm meeting with this board of directors of this unseen spirit team, that means that I'm pulling together all parts of me, and I'm saying, look, this is what we got to do. This is the plan. What's the plan of attack? I'm sitting with myself. I'm getting organized, and I am forming a strategic plan of action, with the same way you would do if you owned a Fortune 500 company, and you would sit with your board of directors, okay, and you were CEO of that company, and you would say, look, y'all, this is the projection. This is the goal for this month. How are we going to get there? Okay, I don't have that yet. But what I do have is the team that's in here, okay? I have that team in here, all right? And they're a part of me. So that's what I'm doing when I'm sitting with my board of directors. Then I have a schedule. I'll show you on my phone. I can't because I'm using my phone right now, but I have a schedule of a one-on-one meeting with each of those members of my board of